Hey, welcome in, everyone. Welcome to episode number 2 of Booth Talk with Connor Larson and Trevor Tanner. Welcome in to the second episode of this pod. I want to thank everyone for the support on episode number 1. Thank you to everyone that's liked, subscribed, follow us on Instagram, all of that. It's been a pretty cool couple of days, huh, Trev?
Yes, sir, man. Starting it up after talking about it for who knows how long, but yeah, it's cool, man.
And we're here. We're gonna try and do like 2 episodes a week. Um, We want to make as much content as we can. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram. There's a lot of stuff over there too. But in today's episode, we're gonna go over preview this Thursday night game. Filming this at 3 o'clock on Thursday before the game. Hopefully, this gets out before then. If not, you'll see if we were right or wrong. And then we'll go through Week 16 of the NFL slate, and we'll pick a college football playoff round one matchups. Start this weekend. They start on Friday and Saturday. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. Let's start with Thursday night football. I'll let you take it away and kind of give us a preview of this game.
It's a good game, man. NFC West on the line right here, and
Yeah.
these teams faced off a couple weeks ago in LA, so tonight's in Seattle, and Sam Darnold did not have a good showing at all, throwing 4 interceptions, which is kind of typical. He's gonna have those games where it looks like Carolina and New York Sam Darnold, but we'll see what version of him shows up tonight. I think the Rams are just kind of unstoppable. No Devontae tonight, but they still got Puka, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, and then my MVP favorite, Matt Stafford. So
Yeah.
I think they squeak out a win tonight. Hopefully Puka doesn't go off too much. I'm basing the fantasy playoffs, so we'll see what happens. But I have the Rams taking it tonight.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. The winner of this game is going to be the 1 seed, at least for the moment. There's still some more games to decide that long term. Both these teams 11-3. This is a pretty big game, man. And like you said, and they played it a couple of weeks ago. The Rams pulled away with the win, but Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and he was out there. Like he said back in the day, he was seeing ghosts for sure. Uh, and that's the thing with Darnold, man. It's in these big games, like he's really struggled. You saw last year in the playoffs when he was with the Vikings against the Rams. He did not play good, and then this last game against the Rams, he didn't play good. But throughout the course of the season, like he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's led this Seattle team along with their star-studded number one defense. Like they have one of the best defenses in football. What do you think it takes for the Seahawks to win the game tonight?
I mean, just like we mentioned, it starts with Sam Darnold, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this Rams defense is really good as well. Like, let's not sleep on them. I think the spotlight goes to the offense, but their defense has been balling out this year. Sam Darnold can't throw 4 interceptions. That's just flat out. And the fact that they almost won that game a couple weeks ago
yeah,
is good. I think the spread's at what, 1.5 or something. So it's gonna
yeah,
be a good game. Division, not title on the line, but at least the lead for now. Both teams at 11-3. So yeah, it's Darnold's got to step up. He doesn't need to make the big chunk plays. His offense can make those plays for him, but check it down. Shot play here and there. Just protect the ball at all costs.
yeah. I mean, this is it's a bigger game for Seattle than it is for the Rams because if Seattle loses, they're 0-2 against the Rams in the division, and that kind of seals up the NFC West in this case. But if Seattle wins it, there's still a chance they win this division. Some things that you touched on, like Devontae being out, that's pretty big, man. Like to have two number one wide receivers along with an elite running game for Matthew Stafford is big. And then going up there on the road in a tough environment to play against a good defense, like Puka Nakua is going to be the number one target for the Seattle defense. It's going to be we're going to stop him and force you to go everywhere else with the ball. Uh, I haven't given my pick yet. I think the Seahawks. I'll pick the Seahawks to win this game. I think Darnold will be able to not throw 4 picks. He might throw one, um, but I like the way. And look, they didn't score a touchdown last week, but it was kind of refs versus Seahawks in that Colts game. So I think you give Seattle the chance here uh, to take the division, to be the number one seed at the moment, and I'll pick them to win this game tonight over the Rams. Um, you got any other thoughts on this game?
I just want to ask you who you think's gonna win this division. Do you think Seattle wraps it up then if they win tonight?
I still think the Rams win it. Not really sure. I should have looked like how the rest of the season will go with wins and stuff. Um, I think the Rams win it. I still think they're the best team in football. Um, but I'll take Seattle tonight.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to the big meat of this pod, and that is Week 16 of the NFL season. We'll go through each of these games here, and we'll come away with some picks, and then on the Monday episode, we'll see how we did. With these picks,
We're going
and
head
we
to
can
head
kind of talk
here.
about however we want to. Um, with these, I put the spreads on the sheet. We're not picking spreads; we're picking winners, but the spread's there if we want to. But
Hmm.
I know I'm not too, I'm not the best gambler, the best with the spreads. But yeah, man, let's get this started. Philadelphia Eagles 9-5 taking on the Commanders in Washington. Tell me about your thoughts on this game, man.
I think this is a big bounce back game for Philadelphia. We haven't seen their offense really had that spark like they did last year and in years past, but this is a struggling Washington team with a backup quarterback. I think they need to go out there and show who they are. Like if this is a close game, people are gonna start asking a lot more questions about this team, especially about Jalen Hurts. You
Yeah.
know, he's people were putting him in the top five conversation last year. Kind of crazy, but you know, he's not a bad quarterback, but he's got to show out there, or sorry, go out there and show who he is. And I think Philadelphia gets the win in this one. I think it's kind of a clean sweep. You know, Washington's struggling. They're battling a lot of injuries. Their season's over. So yeah, I got the Eagles winning this one.
Yeah, same here. I think the Eagles should pretty easily win this game. But then again, it is a division game, so it could be a close one. But I think the Eagles win it. Washington has nothing to play for at this point. Jaden Daniels' injury, a lot of guys on defense out with injuries this year. Just not a good year for Washington. But like you said with the Eagles, man, like if they lose this game, this is a horrible look. Like that is bad. And I don't even think that they are an elite team this year. I mean, you can kind of just tell by the way that they've been playing. Like Hurts hasn't been playing great. The offense in general is just not as efficient as they were last year. From Saquon to AJ Brown getting upset about his touches. Um, there's a lot of smoke and noise with the Eagles. I still think they find a way to win this game on the road. They're clearly the better team than Washington. I don't think there's a question about that.
Yeah, no,
Let's
100%.
next game. So we both have the Eagles. I should write this down. Next game of the slate is the Packers at the Bears. Man, there's actually a lot of good games this weekend, and I think this is one of the first ones that we'll get to today. This game has big time implications in the NFC and in that NFC North.
Oh yeah, this is one I was really going back and forth on all day today. Didn't know I wanted to pick going to Soldier Field. Uh, let's see if the Bears move to Indiana. I don't know if you heard about that,
Oh yeah,
but yeah, that'd be kind of crazy calling the Midwest Bears now. But this is a big game for Caleb Williams. You know, I think we mentioned on the last podcast that he's taken that leap compared to last year with Ben Johnson. You can tell that that dude is a good coach, man. Like the schemes that he comes up with offensively and the way he can rally this team behind him. You see him with his shirt off in the locker room. Like this team is for Ben Johnson, but for the first time since 2018, man, I think the Bears get the win over the Packers. It's been a long time coming, but I
man.
think I think Caleb Williams shows up. I think Jordan Love has a uh, rough night on Saturday, and I think Chicago pulls this one out.
Yeah, honestly, I'm right there with you. I think the Bears will win this game at home. Look, the Packers, they just lost Micah Parsons for the year. We talked about it on Sunday night on our pod that we just don't really have a whole lot of trust in Jordan Love. Like he hasn't shown uh, the consistency to be one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And in the way the last 4 games for Caleb Williams, I mean, 239 yards, 154, 186, 242. He's had 3 touchdowns, two, one, thrown 2 interceptions over his last 4 games. Like he's playing good football right now. And this Bears team has an elite running game with Monungai, DeAndre Swift. Now there's some injuries for Caleb on that offense, right? Roma Dunze, uh, Luther, oh my gosh, I always forget his last name. Uh,
Burden.
yeah, from the rookie wide receiver. He's also I don't think he's going to play. Last time I checked, he was still battling an injury. So a lot of you know people out. A lot of weapons for Caleb Williams. Probably not going to play in this game. Um, but I like the way the Bears have been playing this year, man. They've been playing some good ball. Their defense has been pretty solid as well. They got some of the most forced turnovers in the NFL this year on that defensive side. So I'm right there with you, picking the Bears on Sunday. Actually, this
Yeah, I
game's on
mean,
Saturday.
yeah. I mean, even just looking at that game when they played on Black Friday against the Eagles, running for over 200 yards. I mean, they're gonna not saying they need to have that type of game, but they have a chance to have that type of game again. As you mentioned, without Micah Parsons on that Green Bay defense, that's a huge help for Chicago. And this is another game where the division title's on the line with the Packers at 9-4-1, and then the Bears sitting at 10-4 right now. Like, this is a huge game
Yeah,
for both teams.
yeah. One of the biggest games of this weekend in terms of the implications that it has. All right, Buffalo Bills going to Cleveland. Buffalo's favored by 10.5 points in this game on the road. Feel like we kind of have an idea. I think I could guess on who you're going to pick.
They're Sanders, baby. Come on now, Cleveland Browns. No, okay. No, I think this is a uh, a big game. Not a big game. This is a big game for Buffalo in terms of they're going to blow these guys out.
Yeah,
I mean, this Cleveland team is struggling. I don't know how Kevin Stefanski still has a job right now. That just
that's a
baffles
good
me.
question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, yeah, okay, whatever. I think Buffalo goes into Cleveland and just this is going to be a blowout. I mean, this is not going to be close.
No. Yeah, the only thing the Browns got going for them is their defense and the way Miles Garrett has been playing this year, which I saw yesterday. He has 21 and a half sacks right now, leading the NFL. The next guy has 13. That is a crazy gap. And Garrett's going to break the sack record. He only needs one more, I believe,
Yeah,
to break that record. Crazy legendary pace he's on right now.
yeah, and I think he gets it on Sunday. I mean, that Browns O line is not very good. He's going to get one for sure. I wouldn't doubt if he gets, or sorry, Browns O line, Buffalo.
Yeah,
My bad. Yeah, but I still think he gets it. I thought he's going to go with his own team. I still think he gets it. But
he might
Josh
have
Allen's
5
a,
against his own team.
yeah, in the first quarter, yeah.
Yeah,
But no, I think he gets one. They'll move around. They'll make sure that he gets it. I would hope so.
yeah,
But Josh Allen's a tough quarterback to take down. You know, not only is he big, he can scramble and he hurdles over guys and stuff like that. But I think Garrett breaks the sack record, which would be the only win for Cleveland this year.
yeah, yeah. You said it perfectly. Yeah, I think Buffalo wins this game as well. I mean, the way they played last week against the Patriots, that was one of the best games of the weekend and of the season. Um, and I think they win this game again. Look, the division's still on the line. You can't lose to the Browns. Like that's just at this point in the season, you can't lose to the 3-11 Cleveland Browns, who are in shambles on offense. So right now we're on the same side for our Sunday picks through these three. Um, we got thankfully we have a difference on the Thursday night game. Man, we're about to be the same picks throughout this whole slate.
Well, you
Um,
know, you and I spent too much time together, man. We're just
yeah,
same
we're starting
wavelength
to
over
get
here.
and that happens all the time, dude. Like we'll be calling the games and be thinking of the same exact thing.
Shoot, man.
It goes deep. Uh, Next game of the slate is the Man, is the Chargers and the Cowboys. It's interesting. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5 points at home. That's kind of surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, when I saw that earlier this morning, I was kind of surprised to see Dallas favored in this game, but keep sleeping on the Chargers, bro. Like I don't care. Go ahead and say we're gonna lose. I don't care. Um, the Chargers defense has really stepped up. They for the first time in a long time, the Chargers don't have to score 40 points to win a game. And that's a huge thing. How many times have you seen Justin Herbert have this crazy stat line, but they lost? So who cares?
Yeah.
I think the defense will step up again, and Chargers need a big win to stay in AFC West contention. I think Herbert has a good game, and then the new like uh, dual-headed monster at running back with Vidal and Hampton. I think they're gonna have a good night. Um, Not the stat year for Herbert and his receivers, but again, he doesn't have to rely on that. It's just all how is the offensive line going to hold up? Uh, Spoiler alert, probably not good, but these teams find a way to win. I mean, I think we had the worst run and pass grade on the offensive line in the entire league. Shocker. So that's going to be the main test. Like if Quentin Williams and the rest of that defensive line can get to Herbert all night and stop the run, it's going to be a tough one. But I think the Chargers do squeak it out and go to 11-4.
I think I'm just gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna pick against you. I know you hate it. Um, Chargers hater. Oh my gosh, you hate the Chargers. Uh,
He's a Raider fan, by the way, so just keep that in mind.
just wait till we see it. Wait till we get to our game. Uh, no, I'll pick the Cowboys. They got one of the best offenses in football. Uh, you know, yeah, your defense has been playing great, but you're going against two number one wide receivers, a great back in Javonte Williams. The way Dak's been slinging it so far this year, we'll see if Jake Ferguson is going to be out there impactful in this game. I really hope so for fantasy playoff purposes. Um, really need him to show up big time for once. Um, and then their defense has been playing better, with the additions of Williams and some of the guys they got at the deadline. And like you said, your offensive line with the holes and the injuries that it's gone through this year. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game between these two teams. Look, anytime the Cowboys play, it's a high scoring game because that defense does allow a lot of points. Um, but that offense puts them up as well. And I think the Chargers, uh, look, you guys are a good team. You guys are going to make the playoffs. You guys could probably win a playoff game or two. But in this game, I'm going to go against you for the first time on this Sunday slate, and I'll take the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean it's not an easy game whatsoever.
Yeah.
Dallas is a good team. Like their record doesn't really show it, but they can put up numbers, like you said.
Yeah.
Um, I think a sleeper pick will be Tuli Tuipulotu, who's currently top 5 in sacks this year. No one's really talking about him. Everyone's just not finding out about him. But I bet on that since his rookie year. Just want to put that out there. And
Okay.
one more thing I want to mention.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw this on the Pat McAfee show a couple days ago. If you want to have us on, go ahead and hit us up. But it was like one of those tweets that's like the I don't want to overreact, but and it was like the Chargers are Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater away from being a Super Bowl team. 100%. 100%. If we had those two guys, like just imagine what this team could do. We're putting
No. Yeah.
together wins with Walmart greeters as an offensive line. Like we're just pulling guys out of the hat.
Hmm.
Like we have a guy, I forget his name because if I know his name, I'll scream profanities. But he hasn't played in like 3 years, and we just pulled him off the couch.
Jeez.
Like if we had those two stud tackles, top 5 at their position, this Chargers team could be nasty.
Yeah. No. 100%, without a doubt. So that's our first different pick. That's exciting. Uh, this next game, Kansas City Chiefs going to Tennessee. Kansas City favored on the road -3. No Patrick Mahomes for the rest of the season, so it'll be Gardner Minshew against Cam Ward. I'm really interested to see what you do here. You gonna pick the Chiefs?
I This was another tough game. Um, I did pick the Chiefs.
Okay.
I am going with Kansas City. Uh, I think Cam Ward is better than Gardner Minshew, but I just think the rest of the team is not good at all. But how's this Kansas City team gonna show up? I mean, this is the first time in like 10 plus years where they're not gonna make the playoffs, so they're not fighting for anything. We kind of mentioned it last time that the energy on this team is just not at all where it's been. So Tennessee could win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they won it, but I think Kansas City still pulls it out.
Yeah, this was a tough one. I should have talked to one of my friends who's a diehard Chiefs fan. Just like, what does he even think? Like, what is he expecting? And some Chiefs fans are pretty delusional. Got some delusional takes. Uh, but in this game, like, I kind of want to pick the Titans, but for reasons you mentioned, like they suck. They are bad. Like every part of this team except for Cam Ward. And like he hasn't been great at really any point, but like you can tell that he should probably be good at some point once they get a football team around him. Um, man, I don't care. I'll pick the Titans. I think they could find a way to win this game. Gardner Minshew is not good, and I'm not gonna pick him to win a football game. I'm just not about to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. You know, I heard a lot of people trying to already write off Cam Ward, saying he's a bust. That's crazy. Let's calm down with that. This is
Yeah, let's
first year in the
slow.
league. Yeah, this is first year in the league, and he is on a terrible football team, as you mentioned, uh, the worst in the league. That's the only sucky part about being the first overall pick is that you're going to a dumpster fire, and that's
Yeah,
exactly what Cam Ward is in right now. It's
I
almost
mean,
like you want to like see him do something to like tank his draft stock or something. Like go and
yeah,
get like a speeding ticket or something, or say something bad about the owner's wife. I don't know, but like okay, don't do that. But like he's been put in a bad situation, so give him a couple more years.
yeah,
Hopefully they put a team around him. You would hope so. I mean, you're spending a lot of money investing a first round pick on a guy, so you would hope that they would build a team around him. But I still believe in Cam Ward.
yeah. Sometimes you got to slow down with these quarterbacks, especially like first round guys. Like, okay, it's their first year, they're a rookie. Cam Ward has started all season, and he's on a team with receivers that don't have hands. They're running out there with oven mitts trying to catch a ball. Uh, I mean, I just think all the times throughout the season where I've seen Cam Moore extend a play, like even last week against the Niners, like there's chances, and then the receiver's open, and he just drops the ball, like he doesn't even try and catch it. So it's not like Cam Ward can play O line, receiver, and quarterback at the same time, and head coach because they don't have one right now. Since they fired their guy earlier in the year. Um, it's kind of really hard for me to pick them to win a game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really feel good about it. But at least Mahomes isn't playing, so there's a chance, that the Titans win. Um, all right, next game. This is a game I'm excited about because I said it on the last episode. I said this dude should get a chance to be the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, and that is Quinn Ewers' home start against the Cincinnati Bengals. Since he favored -4.5 points, what you got for this game?
I do have the Bengals and Joe Burrow taking this one. I think this is going to be a rough game for Quinn Ewers. Um, Not that that's going to be his whole career. I mean, let's give him a break. It's going to be his first start.
Yeah,
But Cincinnati's defense is not good. Like
no,
they are not good at all.
very bad.
They've they've lost them football games this year. I mean, even like that game against the Bears in the middle of the season where who was it? Colson Loveland broke off
Colson
that
Loveland, yeah.
crazy yeah, he broke off that crazy touchdown to win them the game. And then Chase Brown was in the locker room saying if we could just get a damn stop. I mean, and then he got hate for that. It's like, bro,
It's true
go
though.
yeah, and look, I wouldn't be calling you out if you do your job. All right, we
Yeah.
scored 40 points and lost this game. I don't think it's a bad thing that he called him out. I mean, I know it's kind of old news by now. I just wanted to bring that up. But I think Cincinnati pulls this out. But the Bengals, they gotta figure out their front office, man, because they have a lot of studs on that team. They got to figure out the defense. That was another big question these past couple of years. You know, you're paying all these guys, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and it's showing that you put no money to your defense, to your offensive line. Joe Burrow keeps getting hurt. Your defense is letting up points. You know, maybe we see a trade happen in the offseason. I don't think that'll happen, but I think the Bengals pull out this one, and it's a rough day for Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, it was interesting. I heard Burrow when he was talking to the media. He said like a reporter asked him if he has thoughts about leaving the Bengals in the offseason, and he's like, "No, like, I haven't thought about that." And then he asked him, "Have you ever thought about playing for another team in your career?" And he's like, "You think about things." So, that whole Burrow storyline is pretty interesting. If Cincinnati doesn't in the offseason, like, severely improve this team, like, defensively and then beef up the O-line so he doesn't get hurt all the time, like, it's a disservice to a player who is a generational quarterback talent to just have him on this team that's gonna be horrible and just waste his career. Uh, you know, because he's what? He's like 29 years old. He he's probably got a decade left, but if he keeps getting hurt, he could retire in 2, 3 years. In terms of this game, I think Ewers, um, I don't wanna say he's gonna light up the stat sheet because he's a 7th round draft pick quarterback. Um, he was a top recruit in college, but I'm with you. I'll take the Bengals to win this game on the road. They had a dud last week against Baltimore. They did not play great at all. Um, but Burrow and Chase, man, that is a duo. And when they're on, they're on. I think they find a way. I think Jamar Chase finds his way in the end zone 2 times. Um, luckily for Quinn Ewers, he's got a great running back, Devon Achane, one of the best running games in football. Jalen Waddle, uh, in that skill position group. He's got the guys around him, but I'm with you. I'll take the Bengals to win this game. Um, this is probably the worst game of the weekend. Jets Saints. I quite frankly could care less about this game. Um, who do you got?
Yeah, I think both fan bases of these teams probably want their team to lose this game, so they get a better draft pick.
Yeah,
I picked New Orleans just because the Jets are
bad.
bad. They're
Yeah,
bad. Um, who are they rolling out this weekend? Brady Cook or something?
yeah, I think so.
Um, I don't even know who that is. But I'll take the second round quarterback, Tyler Shuck, I
Yeah,
believe is how you say his name. He looked pretty good last week. I think the Saints pick up a win, and they got a lot more wins than I thought they would this season. I thought there was a good chance to go 0-17, to be honest.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like you mentioned, this is a pretty buns game, but I'll take the Saints at home.
yeah. Same here. I'll take the Saints. Tyler Shuck's actually been playing pretty good this season, and the Jets suck. So that's all I'll say on that one. But I'm with you on the Saints. Minnesota Vikings at New York Giants. Minnesota is the favorite in that game. I'll take the Vikings in this one. Um, actually, is Jackson Dart playing? He's
I
not
think
hurt, is
he's
he?
I think he's questionable. He's in concussion protocol
Bro,
for
this
the
dude's
fifth time this
always in
year.
concussion protocol.
Yeah, and I don't want to cut you off, but that's something I want to talk about. This dude needs to learn how to slide.
Yeah,
I don't know if you watched the John Gruden QB camp over the
yeah. He's
offseason.
like, "Can you slide, man?"
Yeah, and again, like this is fifth time in concussion protocol this season. That's ridiculous.
CTE speed run.
Yeah, for real. Like last week we were talking about Tua always getting hurt, but that was just him getting bodied in the pocket.
Yeah,
This dude picks up the first down, wants to keep running, and you look, dude, you're a runner at that point. All right, like these aren't dirty hits. Like I know a couple weeks ago against New England, Monday night there's that fight. He
yeah.
wanted to stay in bounds. Like I
That's
don't
a
know what
clean
to tell
hit.
you. That was a clean hit. And I get like their offensive line trying to stick up for their guy, but dude, tell your dude to slide and protect himself. I mean, I'm sure the
Yeah,
Giants saying the same thing. Like, you're a first round quarterback. we haven't been a good football team in a while. We need to protect you. Like we need you. You know what I'm saying?
We need you playing because you're actually
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and I mean Jameis Winston isn't a bad quarterback, but I saw Jeff Saturday, the old Colts center, saying
Yeah,
everybody loves a backup quarterback until he has to play. 100%, because everyone knows on the backup team you guys aren't going to win.
yeah,
Okay, and the Giants need everything that they possibly have, which isn't a lot. But you have Malik Neighbors, who's obviously out for the season. You know, he's going to come back next year at some point. Like, you can't roll out these backups all the time. You can't let Russ cook. All right, like
yeah.
that kitchen is burned down. All right, we need Jackson Dart out there. So he's got to learn to protect himself. I picked the Vikings in this one as well. Um, don't have a lot of faith in JJ McCarthy, but I do have a lot of faith in Justin Jefferson. Uh, can't wait to see him on the Chargers next year. But have you heard about that trade rumors?
Dude, I've been hearing a lot about Justin Jefferson. Like, is he going to get moved? Is he going to ask out?
Yeah,
It's interesting because he's one of the best receivers in football, and he's just not getting. He doesn't have any help from the quarterback. I'm looking to see if Dart is playing because this really impacts my decision.
I think he's questionable, but Jameis Winston is preparing as the starter right now.
Because like I want to pick the Giants, but if Jameis Winston's about to play, then I'm not doing that. So
You
I'll
don't
just
trust
pick.
famous
I'll just
Jameis?
nah. He's gonna throw like 2 touchdowns and 2 picks, and one of the picks will be to lose the game. Like
Yeah,
that's
but I'll throw for
Jameis.
400 yards.
Yeah, true. I'll pick the Vikings with you too.
All right.
Yeah, those Jay Jettas rumors are interesting. If they heat up in the offseason, we'll be talking about that a lot for sure.
It's gonna heat up, but nothing's gonna happen. But Quinn
Yeah,
Johnson, a second round pick for Justin Jefferson. You know, let's do it.
send it in.
Send it in. Let's do it. Jim Harbaugh, make it happen.
All right, next up, this is another one of the biggest games of the weekend. We were talking about it on our last episode about the Buccaneers and the Panthers. These two teams are tied with the same record. I believe this is their first meeting of the year. And then they meet up again week 18, I believe. Or
I
have they already
believe so.
played?
Yeah. I don't know. I can look it up while you talk.
I forgot to double check that earlier. But this is a big game. Tampa is favored on the road. And these are two teams that are kind of similar, I feel like, in terms of the way that they have been playing. Like Tampa got off to a really hot start this season. Then they started to just fall down a cliff. And then they lost by one yet last Thursday night to the Atlanta Falcons. And then the Panthers, they just haven't taken advantage. They lost to the Saints last week. They had a chance to go up a game in the division against the Niners when they played them a few Monday nights ago, and they lost that game also. Um, I am a big Panthers guy. I like Bryce Young. I've been trying to pick them to make the playoffs for like 2 years now. I think they will win this game on Sunday over Baker Mayfield and the Bucks.
Wow. Okay. And you're right. These two teams face off week 18 as well, so that'll be a
Okay.
big game. Um, especially for Carolina because they play Seattle next week, so they'll probably drop that one. So
Dude,
they really need this
it's a
game
tough
because
schedule for them.
yeah, they go Tampa Bay this week and the last week of the season, and Seattle next week. Tampa Bay goes Carolina, Miami, Carolina.
Oof.
So
Okay.
big game for both teams, you know, to kind of have control in that week 18 game. Whoever wins will take that division. I'm gonna go Baker Mayfield on the Bucks. They're pretty much fully healthy, at least offensively. You know, they got Godwin, Evans, Ibuka, Irving, my dude Baker Mayfield. I just hope that they can put it together. We mentioned in episode one that this team has not been anywhere where we thought they would. Like they should not be 7-7 right now.
No.
They have dropped way too many games this year. Um, but I do think that they pulled this one out.
Yeah, I know that they've been hurt, a lot this season with guys. Bucky Irving, Godwin, Evans, Ibuka was out a couple games, but like they're all healthy at this point for the most part. This is a game that they should win. and just in terms of talent, like on paper, they look like the better team compared to Carolina. Um, but I'm a Carolina guy, bro. I love Bryce Young. Like although they didn't play good last week, but it's week to week. Um, this is another big game coming up on Sunday. Jags at Broncos. Broncos favored at home by 3. I'm excited for this one. I really am. I think this is a big test for both teams. I think these 2 teams, you could say, have question marks to a lot of people. Like, we have questions about the Jags, like, are they legit? Like, do we trust Trevor Lawrence, etcetera? The Broncos, same thing. Like, how good are they? So, in this battle of these 2 teams, who do you got winning it?
I think the Denver defense has a field day against Trevor
Okay.
Lawrence. You know, I'm taking the Broncos. Two quarterbacks I don't really trust, but I do trust um, the Denver team more. One of the best defenses in the league. It's going to be a good game. It's not going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a one-score game for sure. But I think especially at home, I'll take Denver.
Okay. I'm gonna I think it is gonna be a close game. I think it is. I see Trevor Lawrence throwing a pick, maybe 2. I see this Broncos defense playing really good throughout the course of the game. Um, I'm gonna pick the Jags. I think the Jags will win in a close one. I think they'll win by like a field goal or something. I know they played the Jets last week and they looked great. Anybody would look great against the Jets. I might go out there and throw for 5 touchdowns against the Jets. Um, Actually, probably not. But the Jags are interesting. I, I don't know. I really don't have much to say except I feel it in my gut to pick Jacksonville this week against the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean it'll be a really good game, man. Um, Biasly, I hope that that Jacksonville wins,
Yeah, that'd
but
be big for you.
yeah, it'd be huge. But I don't see it happening. But I don't know, man. This is a game I'm about to watch for sure.
100%. Another stinker is the Falcons taking on the Cardinals in Arizona. Atlanta's favored on the road. Kirk Cousins starting against Jacoby Brissett. I'll take the Falcons in this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll take the Falcons.
I have Arizona. This is
Okay.
another. Yeah, this was a close game just because, as you mentioned, these are two stinky teams over here. But Arizona hasn't looked that bad, honestly, with what's his name,
With Jacoby.
Jacoby, Jacoby Brissett, man. They haven't looked too bad. They haven't been blown out a whole lot this year. Atlanta, I know they got the win on Thursday night against Tampa, but I'm gonna take Arizona. Probably end up regretting that, but I will take the Cardinals.
I mean, it's not a bad pick. The way Trey McBride's been playing, Michael Wilson the past couple of weeks. Um, I don't know. I think Bijan's gonna have a day though. I think he's gonna find the end zone a couple of times. And man, when's Drake London gonna come back? This dude's been out forever. He's actually like a really important piece of this team. Uh, Also, Kyle Pitts, continue to establish your legacy, please.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. We've been waiting how many years? He had one game. Everyone's back on it.
He had a 45 bomb in fantasy. I'll take that for Kyle
Congratulations.
Pitts.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Uh,
You're a top five pick as a tight end. You should have been doing that way more. All right.
Hey, I'm there with you. I agree. I agree. All right, we got 3 more games in the NFL slate. We're not doing the Monday one on this episode. Uh, 8-6 Steelers against the 8-6 Lions in Detroit. This is actually okay. There's a question I want to ask you before you get your pick.
hmm
Which, I mean, I feel like I know the answer, but which game or which team is this game more important for? The Lions or the Steelers?
The Lions, no doubt. They're on the outside looking in right now, and again, another team that we thought they'd be a lot better. And they are a good team. Their record doesn't show it. They haven't played the best. They can't really close games. But I think it's a huge game for the Lions. Pittsburgh has a comfortable lead in the North.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't. I think Pittsburgh will win the division and have another playoff game. They'll go 9-8 as they always do. Another winning season for Mike Tomlin. That's some I want to talk to you about. When do you think the Steelers finally cut cut ties with Mike Tomlin? Because yes, they make the playoffs a lot. He
Yeah.
hasn't had a losing record, but he hasn't done anything but that. I mean, cool, you make the playoffs every year, but your first round exit, like everybody knows it.
Yeah.
You see Pittsburgh on your schedule in the playoffs, and you're like, cool. Like no one's scared of the Steelers team. Their defense
Yeah.
is pretty good, but at what point do you say we gotta go our separate ways?
I mean, I understand the noise surrounding him because they haven't. Isn't it 2016 was the last time they won a playoff game? I believe that is the number. It's man, I really hope that's right, but I believe that's what I read a few days ago. But look, there's a lot of things when it comes to firing. Mike Tomlin is a good head coach. Like he's one of the best in the league. If he was available right now, if he was on the open market, he would get signed today by another team to be the head coach of that team. So, as much as yeah, they've had sustained success of being above 500 and making the playoffs, and although they haven't won a playoff game in a number of years, the Steelers don't do that. I think if Tomlin is ever to leave Pittsburgh, it is kind of I'm kind of done here. Like I want to go somewhere else. I want to stop coaching or whatever the case. But I don't think Pittsburgh is going to let go of him because then who are you going to bring in? That's better than what Mike Tomlin could be. Like you run the risk of I don't know if you hire a first time head coach or you hire a guy who already had an opportunity, uh, but he's just not a good coach, and your team gets significantly worse. But maybe that's what the Steelers need because they've been stuck in purgatory forever, right? You're picking 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 every year in the draft. It's hard to really get those impactful players that you need that are at the top of the draft. Um, I think you keep Tomlin around for a while, you know. Um, in terms of this game, you didn't make your pick yet, did you?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
I'm going to take Detroit to win this game. I think Dan Campbell has got these boys locked in on this game. It is a we win, we're still alive. If we lose, we're pretty much done. Like we lose, our season's basically over. Um, they need to win this game. I still believe, like if they make the playoffs, they are a dangerous team. If they're the seventh seed or the sixth seed, you don't want to play Detroit uh, in the playoffs. So I'll take the Lions to win this game at home on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions as well. I This offense is explosive. I mean, we've seen it not only this year but last year as well. Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Gibbs, and Montgomery. I think the Lions get the win here, and this, as you mentioned, is a big game for them because if they lose, their percentage goes down to 14%.
Yeah,
So they have to stay alive. And yeah, I would not want to face the Lions in the playoffs. Have they
no,
put it together this year? No, but can they? 100%. I mean, we've seen flashes of it this year. We saw it last year. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions at home, and I want to see them in the playoffs and kind of shake things up in the NFC.
yeah. I mean, the last thing you want to face is game planning for Jameer Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson on defense. Like that's a tough team to game plan against in the playoffs. Um, Pittsburgh losing this game, right? If they lose on Sunday, they'll be 8-7. Baltimore is right behind them. They're lurking right now at 7-7. Like we'll get to Baltimore in a few or in a few minutes, but the resurgence they've had has been great. So we're both on the same page with the Lions. Um, my 2-12 Raiders take on the Houston Texans in a game that will be absolutely blown out by the Texans. They're going to shut out the Raiders. They will not. The Raiders will not score a point in this game against this Texans defense. And CJ Stroud will light up the record books on Sunday.
Yeah, I was just about to say the Raiders are gonna get shut out for the second straight week.
Yeah.
They got shut out last week against Philadelphia at home. Got to go to to Houston against probably the number one defense in the league.
Yep.
Yeah, that defensive line is going to have a field day against the Raiders offense. I mean, my goodness. I don't even know. I don't care. Geno Smith, whatever. Um, they have wrote back, Geno. They've wrote back. They've written you off. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. They wrote
Like,
back.
yeah. I they wrote me off right back though. Go ahead and sign that letter, big dog, because your career
Yeah.
is done. You are done. All right, you are so bad. But go ahead and stay with the Raiders for a couple more years. I love that. So
Mhm.
you know what? Don't sign that just yet. Go ahead and stay with them for as long as you want, big dog. But yeah, I'm taking Houston by a billion.
The only good thing Geno Smith has done this year uh, is when he said to just blame everything on him. Um, so I've taken that to heart. I've taken that, and you know, anything and everything that might go wrong, whatever it is blamed on Geno Smith. Oh, I failed a
Failed
test.
this test,
Geno
yeah.
Smith. Oh my gosh, I just broke my TV. Geno Smith. Whatever the case, any situation in life, Geno Smith wants you to throw blame on him. Um, Rightfully so. Low key, fire Pete Carroll. Um, I'm not gonna say that this is his fault. Like the roster sucks, and it's not his fault. He's dealing with a bad team, and he's a good coach. But he's like the oldest head coach in the league. He only signed a 2-year deal, so he's only gonna like. What was the point of that hire? And I think the plan was to be Chip Kelly to be the successor to head coach. That dude's gone. That's not even on the team anymore. He's not even the OC. Uh, Tom Brady needs to step in and be the head coach, owner, quarterback at the same time.
Quarterback.
Dude, I don't know.
I
We're desperate out here, bro.
I think the NFL would have something to say about that. But
While broadcasting the game at the same time.
while broadcasting the game, wow, he's gonna be on the sideline.
No, he's gonna be in the pocket
He's gonna be
commentating
in
the
the
game.
pocket with
Brady
two
drops
headsets
back.
on.
I look to my left. I look to my right. Genty on the wheel route. Interception.
Interception.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna get sacked probably before he. You just made a lot of reads right there, Connor. That was left, right, middle, up the sideline. He's gonna get sacked by the time he does
Yeah,
all
actually,
that,
with this O
man.
line, he doesn't even have one read in him.
Yeah, that's one read and go, man. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Yeah, the Raiders need a lot, and
Yeah,
it's gonna
a
take
lot.
a couple years to do that. And you guys have not drafted very well these past couple years, um,
Bro,
which I'm fine with.
Genty was a good pick. Like he's gonna be a good player. But I don't know if he's the right pick for this team because they are lacking so much.
Yeah, and when's the last time that you were like, "Oh, this team's in the Super Bowl because of their running back"? Never, never. Of spending a top 10 pick on Genty, I get he's generational, whatever, but you guys have so many holes in this roster. Who cares who's at running back?
Yeah, for real.
Like, it does not matter, especially with like his touches for the first like 10 weeks, he was getting like no looks.
Oh yeah.
Why are you spending a first round pick on a running back and then not giving him the ball? Like, that makes zero sense.
Yeah. Like he's still gonna be good. And hopefully they can build an offensive line and a team around him. I mean, you kind of look around and you're like, oh shoot, okay, we got Max Crosby, we got Brock Bowers, got Ashton Genty. Like we have some pieces, uh, but that's all we have. Like there's nothing else. Uh, Loki, maybe you should have traded Max Crosby, get a couple picks, couple firsts.
Couple
Like he doesn't.
first.
He doesn't. Oh yeah, you could get 2 firsts for Max Crosby.
He doesn't have that much time left. Let's calm down
Dallas
there.
gave up 2 firsts for Quinn Williams.
Quinn Williams is younger.
By how
Max
much?
Crosby's a couple years, probably 2, 3 years, which is a long
Let's
time for a defensive player, man. Go ahead and fact check that.
Max Crosby. Max Crosby is 28.
Hmm.
I'm looking at Quinn Williams right now.
He's probably around 28.
He's 27.
See? No, okay. But
That makes a big difference.
Big difference, man.
Anyways, enough of the Raiders. Final game of the NFL slate, besides the Monday night game. I think this game got flexed to Sunday Night Football, and thank God, because it is the New England Patriots against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are favored. Patriots with a big loss last week at home to the Bills. Yeah, they're no longer the top seed in the AFC, and the division is in question after that loss. How do you see this Sunday night game playing out?
Kind of surprising that Baltimore's favored. I know
Yeah,
Lamar's back and they've strung together a couple wins, but I think New England takes this. That was a close game last week and they blew a 21-point lead. But Drake May has been really good this year. Mike Vrabel's a really good head coach. I think New England takes it. I think Baltimore's season is kind of done for after this. This is a big game for the Ravens. Like they need to win this game because they have no shot at a wild card spot at this point. At least I don't think so, because the Texans are currently the 7th seed at 9-5, and yeah, Baltimore 7-7. So that's not happening. They have
yeah.
to win the North, and I don't see them doing that. I think New England takes this game, but it'll be a close game. I think.
I'm gonna I'm gonna take the Ravens because oh shoot, what did I do? Oh, I thought I did something. I think the Ravens. I want there to be chaos, and going in, as we go forward, I want them to win this game. The Steelers to lose, and they're tied at 8-7 going into the final 2 weeks. Um, I think the Ravens have been playing really good. I think Lamar, the way he's been balling out since he's come back from injury, the way the offense has progressed over the weeks. I don't think the Ravens are a team that can win a Super Bowl this year. I really don't. But I think they'll beat the Patriots on Sunday night. I think it'll be a very close game. Once again, Drake May and the Pats are going to play really, really good. Um, but I'm kind of hoping for you know, some chaos to happen. So I'll pick the Ravens on Sunday night.
All right. Dang, we have 7 games that we do not agree on. That is crazy.
Dude, yeah,
We're gonna have to
the way I
put.
was looking at first, I was like, dang, we're about to be in sync.
Mm-mm.
But it'll be exciting to see, who did better at the end of the day.
I got more ball knowledge, so I'm not worried about it.
All right. Hey, I'm time stamping this you know
Okay.
it could be a clip if it goes south for you.
It's not gonna happen. Go ahead and clip it. Go ahead.
All right, and finally, we're gonna move on to the college football playoff. Round one of the playoff starts on Friday night and Saturday as we get, uh, the highly anticipated matchups of this college football playoff. Feels like we take so long in between games in the playoff, but here we are, and I know we'll talk about a lot of things related to college football, but we'll go through these games. Uh, I think the first game of the slate, which is Friday night, Bama, number 9, against number 8, Oklahoma. This is probably the game of the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. This is gonna be a good game. These teams face off already this year.
Yeah.
Oklahoma squeaked that one out, and I don't know. I think Oklahoma takes this, which is crazy to say that Alabama's gonna be a first round exit. When they played good teams, they haven't played very well. I mean, we saw in the SEC championship them get absolutely stomped on by Georgia. I don't think it'll be that at all. I think it'll be another close game. But I think Oklahoma ends up winning this one and advancing. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting game. These are 2 great defenses, some of the best in the country. Um, both top 12 in yards and points. And like you said, like Bama has had an interesting year. They lost that home the season opener against Florida State. They beat Georgia. They lost to Oklahoma. And then they lost to Georgia in the SEC championship game. in a game that wasn't even close, an absolute blowout. Bama's got 4 one-score victories. This is a tough one. It really is. I know they haven't been playing good as of late, but I'll pick Bama to win this game. I think if you can get Ryan Williams back into the offense, if you're Bama, if you can hope that Ty Simpson plays like he was a few weeks ago, where he was at one point this year, he was the leading candidate to win the Heisman. He was going to go number one in the draft, in some people's uh, opinion. If he can turn back to, that level of performance, I think Bama should win this game. Uh, I think it'll be close, regardless. I think it will be within a touchdown because these are two very, very good football teams.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good game. A lot of people didn't even think that Alabama should be in the playoff
Yeah,
as a three-loss team, but I don't think I agree with them being in there. I think they're one of the best teams, and I don't think that you should discredit the team for making their conference championship game and losing.
yeah,
But they did get blown out, so I kind of see the argument. But
for sure.
I think they deserve to be in. But I think Oklahoma pulls this one out.
Yeah, plus, I have more trust, I feel like, in Ty Simpson than John Mateer. Like, Mateer earlier this year was playing pretty well. Um, but I mean, just looking at his numbers, like, they don't stand out at all. 12 TDs to 10 picks. Like, I don't know, man. Uh, yeah, I'll stick with Bama. Another game, I think this is another really, really great game, is number 10 Miami taking on number 7 Texas A&M in uh, in College Station. Texas and A&M is favored 3.5 points at home. There was a lot of controversy. Oh, should Miami make the playoff? They beat Notre Dame head to head. Miami's not that good. I think Miami deserves to be in the playoff. They're 10-2. They're a good team. They have good players. They have a good head coach. Look, the playoff system's flawed. We'll get to that later. But for this game, Trev, who you got?
This is gonna be another good one. Going back and forth on it, I think I trust Miami more, specifically Carson Beck. You know, he has the playoff experience. I know Texas A&M has played pretty well this year, but I will go with Miami. Um, that was a great clip after Texas A&M lost to Texas with their head coach. Um,
Yeah.
can someone shut that damn door and have a professional press conference?
That was so funny.
That was hilarious. I would love to see another clip like that when Miami is celebrating in Texas A&M's home stadium. I think a lot of these playoff games and the SC and the conference championship games, excuse me, should be played at home. I think that gives the team the advantage. I think you earn that right with having the better ranking, the better record to have a home playoff game. So I'm glad at least the first round is at the home site for the
Yeah.
better team. But because that'll be interesting. How can Miami handle that? Because they beat Notre Dame at home to open up the season. So a lot of people are saying, well, if it would have been at Notre Dame, they would have lost. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I don't really care. They won. Who cares? Like, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
Carson Beck and the Hurricanes, the U, pull it out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. I think, look, Texas A&M had been one of the best teams in the country all year. Like, they were one of the highest ranked teams throughout the course of the season. Uh, and look, the SEC is good. The SEC from top to bottom, like even the bad SEC schools still have good talent on them. But you saw when they played Texas, like they weren't the same team. Like they did not play good in that final game of the regular season against Texas at home. Um, I I'm with you on the Miami pick. Carson Beck has played in big time games. He's played in playoff games. He's been a part of a Georgia team in the past that has been a national title contender year after year after year. And with the experience that they have and the way that this defense has been playing, man, they are top 6 in points allowed, top 11 in yards per game allowed. Their offense is rolling. I have more trust and faith in Miami's ability to win this game on the road. It's gonna be a tough game for them. It's gonna be loud at Kyle Field for Texas A&M. Yeah, fan base is gonna show up. It's gonna be packed. Good luck, Miami. But I think they'll pull away with the win and move on to the next round. Um, then we get to two of the more boring games, I guess you could say. Like, okay, look, one of these two teams had to make it, but I wish Notre Dame was playing one of these, playing either Ole Miss or Oregon instead of JMU or Tulane. And the entire United States of America is picking against Tulane and James Madison, and rightfully so because they are just not on par with the teams that they're going up against. But we'll start with number 11 ranked Tulane, went 11-2 this season against number 6 Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin. A lot of their coordinators and assistant coaches are out in Baton Rouge now, so a lot of change for Ole Miss. But where are you going with this one, Trevor?
That's not even a question, man. I mean, Ole Miss is gonna steamroll. Um, it's disappointing that these two teams made the playoffs, and I know technically they had to because of the ruling. You got to put a group of five school in, and you have to put the top five conference winners.
Well, it doesn't have to be group of 5. You
Yeah,
just have to have the top 5 highest ranked conference championship winners. And when the ACC title game has Duke and Virginia and Duke wins, when first of all, if you just put Miami in and they win, this isn't an issue because then Miami wins automatically and Notre Dame wins, or they don't even play. Notre Dame just gets in. Then you put in one of these two teams. Whatever. Sorry to cut you off.
no, you're good, but they need to change that rule. I mean,
Yeah.
this is disrespectful. You're saying these are the 12 best teams in college football? No, these are the 10 best teams in college football.
Yeah.
James Madison and Tulane are not at all on the same level. And I get you're trying to do we're trying to get everybody in equal representation.
Yeah.
Then join one of the top conferences, dude. Like, be a good football team. Play somebody. Who have these dudes played? Nobody knows because nobody watches those games.
Yeah.
All right, nobody's gonna know a single player on any of these teams. This is an embarrassment to college football. I mean, you look at these spreads like with the Tulane Ole Miss game, 17 and a half points, and then James Madison Oregon, 21 points. I mean, there is no reason why in a playoff game that should be the spread.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. Ole Miss is going to pummel these guys, and the committee in college football need to look at this and change the rule or something.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the Ole Miss winning. Like they beat them 45-10 earlier this year. Tulane. We've already seen this matchup, and it didn't go well for Tulane. Um, I, I mean, we can just start with the Oregon one too. You have Oregon winning also.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
spread at 21 points is disrespectful. It's going to be 21-0 in the first quarter, dude. I mean, let's be for real. Like if Oregon gets
Yeah.
the ball first, it's going to be score, three and out, score, three and out, score. I
Yeah.
mean, this should not be a close game. They have to go to Eugene, play in that environment. Um, yeah, so easy path to the next round for those two guys.
Yeah. 100%. I'm with you on both those, as well as like the rest of the country, if not the world. If either of these two teams upset, that would be crazy. That would be pretty big. And Loki, I think that would hurt the chances of a changed playoff format. Because it's like, oh, look, a group of 5 school can win. So why would we change it? Um, I'm hoping that both Oregon and Ole Miss win. And look, the playoff needs to be adjusted, right? There's, I think 12 is a fine number. I don't really think we need to go to 16. 16 is kind of crazy. There's been talk. Let's go to 16. We'll have 5 automatic bids, 5 championship winners, and then 11 at large bids, however that works out. Guaranteeing, man, there's just a lot with college ball. Like, I've been covering a lot of college football this year, writing for, SDSU. So I'm really trying to pay attention to all of college football. And at one point, they were going to be a possible playoff team. The way that they were playing earlier this year, uh, the whole system, the whole calendar of college football, the whole way it works is just absolutely horrible. Um, in terms of the playoff, let's just pick the 12 best teams. Like, there's going to be a year where a group of five team is one of the best 12. We saw it last year with Boise State. Like, they were actually a top 12 team throughout the course of the year last year. They would have made the playoff. Like, there's no problem there. Like, any given year, any school can be good. Like, Indiana 2 years ago came out of nowhere and was a top ranked team. Like, yeah, they played in the Big 10, but they were supposed to finish last in the Big 10 and they made the playoff. So, like, let's just get the best 12, get rid of all this other BS that doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to see JMU and Tulane in a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 years ago when they expanded to 12, everyone was excited because everyone
Yeah.
thought, we're going to see the 12 best teams go at it. We don't have that this year. And the 14 playoff was fun because you truly did have the four best teams, but it did kind of suck because you could be 10-0 and lose to Alabama or Georgia, and now you're playing in the Piggly Wiggly Bowl in Nebraska. Like, so that kind of sucks. So I think they should expand to 16.
Okay.
No automatic bids. None of that. I want the best teams in the playoffs. And I get the argument of, well, then the conference championship means nothing. Okay, but then we're gonna have the same problem whether you expand or not, because with the whole top five conference winners, we're gonna have a team that shouldn't be in there. Let's get
Yeah.
the 16 best teams, and now people are gonna say, well, it's just gonna be the same teams over and over. Then
Nope.
get a better squad, recruit better. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Everyone's
I
got
actually don't
NIL
think that
money.
argument makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't think it
Look
does
at
either.
year to year. Like, okay, the top, I don't know, what, 6 to 8, maybe 10 teams. You could pick, like, there's this group of 10 teams that are going to be in the top 25 each year. But then, like, the rest of it changes so much. Like, it's all year to year.
Yeah, I mean, and we see upsets in college football all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, that's one of the best parts of it. And I don't know, there needs to be a change. I'm not saying you have to expand, but have it be actually competitive. And then I like 16 just because there's no first round bye. Because
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of you know, because a lot of people were complaining about Oregon next year. Oh, they had a month off, which is a ridiculously long time.
Yeah.
I get that, and they're trying to say, oh, well, you can rest up and all that, but people don't realize like taking that many weeks off without playing anybody, you can't really simulate like in baseball. I know they do like the inter squad scrimmage during the playoffs, which you can simulate a game in that sport. Football, you can't because you're gonna get dudes hurt in practice. You can
Hmm.
take a couple live reps, but you can't. You're not gonna hit the quarterback because what you're gonna go out and tell the media, oh yeah, our quarterback can't play. He's got hurt in practice.
Yeah.
Our linebacker came in and blew him up. Like, what are you guys doing over there?
Yeah.
So that's why I like 16, just because there'd be no first round bye, and then there's no excuses for anybody. There's teams that shouldn't be in here. There's no, oh, we had a month off. It's
Yeah.
just let's just go out there, play ball. I know they took a week off last week. That's fine. Give everybody an equal playing field. You play the first two rounds at the home site of whoever's the higher ranked, and you just go out there. And I think you'll truly get whoever the best team in college football is as a champion.
100%. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. I think what I would do, like if you have 16, I'll say we have 16 teams, right? Get rid of the conference championship game. You just play your 12 regular season games. Then you have a week off, which would normally be like conference championship week, 1 week off, playoffs start the next week. And then hopefully, depending on the way the schedule works, but hopefully you can get the conference champion or the national championship game, or at the very least, the final four on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Because the Natty happening on January 19th this year is way too late. Like, that is not college football season anymore. Like, college football season in my opinion, ends January 1st. Like, we need to be playing the Natty on that date, or at the very least, one of the Final Fours.
Yeah, I mean, and people will make the argument of the bowl games, bro. Nobody cares about bowl games. It
Yeah,
doesn't mean
exactly.
anything.
They don't mean anything
The
anymore.
yeah, like the players don't even care about it because a lot of these guys opt out of it because they're
Yeah,
like, why would I play in a game that doesn't matter?
yeah,
So I can go out there and get hurt, and I'm not gonna get drafted now for what? So I can host up my Cheez It Bowl trophy? Like
yeah,
nobody cares. So I think 16 would be good. No automatic bids, no group of five, da da da. The 16 best teams in college football, have them duke it out, and we'll crown it a true champion.
I agree. I agree. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much gonna cover it for, episode 2 of Booth Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check us out on whether you're listening or watching on YouTube, Spotify. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow the Instagram. Everything's in the description of the YouTube video, so go check us out there. Uh, yeah, man, we appreciate it. Um, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, we just appreciate all the support. Shout out Isaiah Palmer. He's been showing love for us. You can check out their game on the 17th, or no, 17th is yesterday, the 30th,
Hmm. There we
against
go.
Pasadena City. Connor and I broadcast those games, so we'll be out there. And yeah, man, we're just gonna keep putting out content and trying to grow this thing.
Yeah, and shout out our fams too. Real day one supporters of the
Yeah,
pod right
those
here.
yeah, those are the true day one supporters. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
and shout out Tim Riggs too.
yeah, the goat. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, follow, and we'll be back on Monday with another episode of the pod. And it's been a good one. See y'all later.